Good afternoon, everybody. Najee here. Hope everybody's semester has been going well so far. Today is April 1st, 2016. It's a beautiful Friday, but what we're here to discuss is the TED Talk that I decided to do for assignment 2. And the TED Talk that I'm going to discuss about in my presentation was created by Angelica Dawes, and it was titled The Beauty of Human Skin in Every Color. Just to give you a little bit of background about the speaker, Angelica Dawes is a photographer and a teacher, and she was born in Brazil. And one of the cool facts that she talked about that kind of motivated her project that I will discuss later on is the fact that the country that she was born in was one of the last countries to actually abolish slavery. So that kind of helped with her movement and her project. She discussed how she experienced a variety of different colors, for her family was created with multiple ethnicities. Both of her parents are biracial, and within the family circle, she was, close-knit with everyone, and they were all showed equality towards everyone, whereas once she stepped outside of her family circle, she started to witness true discrimination. So, in her presentation, pretty much the main goal was to discuss her project, which she titled Human-A. And pretty much what Human-A is a pursuit to highlight our true colors. And what she did was she used the representation of the Pantone color scheme, which is pretty much one of the most popular used classifications for true color. And basically what she did was she took a megapixel from one of the pixels within a portrayed's face, and she used that pixel to actually dye the background of the portrait that she had took a photograph of. So now she has a project filled with so many different true colors, pretty much trying to get rid of that traditional yellow, black, red and white form of color, and kind of showing that there's no true color but what you actually present out to yourself. Her project began being recognized all over the world. It kind of sparked up virally on the internet. She first started off with just getting family and friends just to pretty much volunteer to do some of the portraits for her, and then once it went viral, she just began to get a ton of emails and a ton of fan mail of people wanting to volunteer and actually getting involved within her project and actually displaying her project in so many different places. Like, for example, her art is displayed actually in my hometown in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They displayed her Human-A project across the August Wilson Center, across their front window mirrors across the building, and it's also displayed globally in so many different places. She has portrayed more than 3,000 people in 13 different countries within 19 different cities amongst those countries that she has been involved in. And pretty much what her motto is together that we are beautiful. Illustrators and students and art students have took her project and have used it as references for their sketches, so they're using her project as inspiration for their huge projects that they're deciding to do with themselves. And researchers are also using Human-A for different scientific approaches in anthropology and neuroscience and other science fields as well. And some of those projects that they're trying to work on within the neuroscience portion of them using her Human-A project is face recognition and also Alzheimer's disease, trying to figure out if there's a way that her Human-A project can allow patients with Alzheimer's to kind of face recognize as well, as long as with technology with face recognition. Her Human-A project was chosen to be on the cover of Foreign Affairs, which is one of the most popular political reform magazines, and it's one of the most relevant ones as well. Her project was the cover of that magazine, and also one of the main things about her project is that teachers are the main ambassadors of Human-A. That's pretty much where where she takes most pride in the project, because she feels like the teachers are where everything begins. The teacher is able to pretty much justify within her students that we are all equal, trying to abolish discrimination and showing that we all have our own true colors, and there's not one specific color that you have to be entitled to or that are supposed to be grouped with. Dawes herself actually went back into teaching, and she uses her own Human Aid project within her students, because she wants her students to discover their own unique color within themselves. She pretty much states that we still have to work hard on abolishing discrimination, and it will not disappear by itself. So pretty much she wants to make more equality the difference. And she says our true colors, rather than the untrue red, yellow, black, and white, is pretty much what she is trying to bring out of everybody across the world. She pretty much wants to create images that leads us to match us independently from factors such as nationality, our origin, our economic status, and ages, and other things that would cause others to discriminate against us versus just our true color as well. To my understanding, from after watching the TED Talk, I extremely fell in love with the project. It pretty much hit home with me during the presentation. As I watched it fresh, she started to cry, and she actually started to all of the fear and pain that she had felt, and how she discussed how she felt about herself when she would look at herself in the mirror and through the camera, and how all of that pain and that fear just released off her chest after starting her project, kind of pretty much inspired me to want to do my presentation on her topic. The project, I feel like, is very inspiring. It's something that I would definitely want to get involved in. I wish that I was able to contact her to see if she wouldn't even mind actually doing me myself. The presentation overall was a wonderful presentation. I feel like she was clear and concise on her project. She gave us plenty of examples of where her project was being displayed, and how it's changing the world, and pretty much overall what her main goal was with the project. My thoughts on the project itself, once again, very unique. I feel like it's very inspirational. It's definitely something that can continue to be taken across the world. I feel like this is something that everybody should get involved in, that everybody should at least do some research in within on her project, just to kind of help with her main goal of abolishing discrimination within us all and creating more equality. The 3 questions that I have about the video pretty much are just questions that I'm just going to direct overall to you guys, or just questions also that popped into my head in general when I was watching the video, so maybe you guys can answer these questions. So the first question is, can discrimination ever become abolished? I'm just wanting to have some personal thoughts on that. Is this something that we can ever get rid of, or is discrimination something that's going to be everlasting within our world? The second question is, how does participating in Human Aid change people's views on ethnicity? So if you were to participate in this project, how would participating in this project, and not even just participating, but just viewing her artistic portraits around different areas within the world, how is that changing your perspective on ethnicity and your views on ethnicity? And even if you are one of those people who probably do use those stereotypes and probably kind of discriminate, not in offense, but just accidentally, how is that changing your views on ethnicity? And then the third question that I had was, how can you actually participate in Human Aid, since that was something that I really wanted to know about after I had got done with the presentation. So, and there you have it. That was my presentation on the TED Talk discussion created by Angelica Das, which was titled The Beauty of Human Skin in Every Color. I encourage you all to actually go and check out the TED Talk and let me know how you felt about the TED Talk. And also, if you're ever in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, check out the August Wilson Center. You will be able to check out her Human Aid project at certain various times and stuff throughout there at that actual center. So go check it out. Hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Yeah, I mean, how are we going to do is